pulling me further. I can't even see now. You're pulling me further. I'm so far below the ground. I can't even make a sound. I can't run away. The devil's got a hold of me. It's pulling me down, down. I can't breathe. I can't make a sound. I can't leave. There's no escape now. The devil's got a hold of me.
Pakita mo yung rosé.
Welcome drink.
Yun.
It's spice.
Thank you.
One from Ukraine,
Dahil
one from
ano.
Russia, and two from Serbia.
Alright.
And those people,
Bulgaria. Gotcha. There you go. That's it, that's it.
Been to Monterey before?
No.
It's no longer, but it was the capital of California. It's one of the oldest cities in Monterey. So it's been here in the United States. It's old in California, but in the world is here. It's called Pebble Beach. So that's one of the big golf places here. Or Monterey, or head down to the winery, and we were told to take you to the winery. So we're following directions.
Yes, yes. Itinerary.
So in a second here, I'm gonna call the other. We're driving through a mountain range right now, and we're about to pop out and planting and getting ready for this next spring. It's not things like wheat. It's not things of that nature, which will start to grow up in between it. And during the summer, they'll put over netting on top of them, and it becomes like a greenhouse for it. It'll drop to 55 degrees. All right, so we can get out here. I'm going to give you guys a quick overview. And I stopped here because you can see that this, from here over, it's Chardonnay. From this way over, it's Pinot Noir, right? So what's interesting is you can see on here, like the Pinot Noir, is we grow Pinot Noir, but we grow 16 different clones. Everything right now, obviously, has been harvested. It's lost its leaves, it's winter. The next thing we're going to come through is cut these canes over the skins and stems and stuff like that. We compost and we spread out into our vineyards as well. In that rich soil, a vine mentality is things like, man, it's a great environment to live. So on here, we'll cut this back and we'll leave these canes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, right here, and we'll cut them back to the buds. So everybody that comes out here and cuts these, they have lithium-ion backpacks. Cut this cane here, right? It would be.
I am having a movie session. Are these cannabis?
No, all the cannabis grown here is grown in greenhouses.
Knowledge yan.
labs that's
6 hours drive away. So it's on a plate, and so there was a volcano, but the plates continue to move. That's what created that mountain range.
Wala na. Sayang.
Oh, okay. This is it. This is it. Yes, it is.
Why like this? Why so slow?
What's up? What's up, brate? What's up, brate?
Welcome to the vineyard.
Hello, welcome guys. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to Phil's Travel Vlog. We are now having a tour here. These are my colleagues. All sommeliers and bar stuff. And here is my boss.
What's up, boss?
John. He started the vlog. We are in Sheid Winery or Rider as well. I think, right? Right, yeah. Here we go. Follow us.
Recklessly rolling down the highway for all to see. We took a stumble, then it all went bust. There we go. Sipping drinks at clubs so carelessly, going with the flow and the ecstasy. It's all fun and games till we wake up. There we go. Feeding the dreamer, lost in ourselves, turning it on like we're on somebody else. So busy chasing, we fall for a lie, like youth is for life. If we could embrace it, that's how do we guide. This ain't a drill, no, like it or not. Why do we waste it? Can't rearrange it. Intoxicated by you. Intoxicated by you. Flipping lows for highs so painlessly.
So we are inside of the Sheid Vineyards. Wow, look at that.
Nice and warm here.
Yes, I know.
Yes.
It is pretty chilly outside.
Yes, it is. Oh, we got some wines already. Look at that. So this is the Sheid Vineyards. Amazing. So beautiful. I can feel the Christmas already. Merry Christmas, everyone.
So I'll give you guys some perspective over here because you got the map of where we're at.
It's me.
So you guys, as I kind of said on the phone, so this is where we just were, Monterey. That's where you guys picked you up, boats up there. And if you recall, I was talking about the big bay and the canyon that's inside it that's deeper than the Grand Canyon. That's how it is. So what I was talking about is how that wing comes down the valley and funnels through. So these different colors here, the blue, the green, kind of the terracotta and the red, represent the different growing zones in the area. So when we drove down, and I told you we were kind of cutting through the mountains, this is the road we were on. We popped up down here, we parked about right here, and we looked at that vineyard, and then we drove down the road, and we're right here right now. So all of our vineyards, there's actually one missing here and one down here of our newer vineyards, but it's 11 estate vineyards, and so from top to bottom, it's about 75 miles, right? So if we would drive from here to this vineyard, it would take just as long as it just took us to drive here. 1 hour. So it's a really diverse area. So again, we grow about 4,000 acres, which is roughly 1,800 hectares, if hectares is a better way of looking at it for you, and really diverse. And so again, the cooler varietals are here. So the Rider Chardonnay that you guys pour is coming from the Greenfield area. That's where we're at now. And and same with the if you talk about the Pinot Noir as well. But we also do a Rider Cabernet, which is coming from down here as well. So and some of the wines that you'll taste or take home with you today, you'll see some of the other things that we grow. But as I mentioned, Sheid is the family name. And the Sheid brand itself is pretty small production. We mostly sell it here at the tasting room, and then to fine restaurants. It's a pretty small brand. We do about 8,000 cases, so it's pretty limited. But we have a lot of other brands. One of them is Rider, which you guys purchase, and we produce some other brands as well. So that's kind of where it's at. Someone asked the question earlier, do we buy grapes? And we really don't. Everything that we do is all estate grown, family owned, and 100% sustainably farmed. So I mentioned that earlier, and when we walk outside, you'll see our wind turbine as well. But sustainably farmed is not only in our vineyards, right, but it's in our community and the people we work with and our employees as well. So when we talk about the people that work out in the vineyards for us, all those people get 401k, they get paid vacation, they get all those different things, which is not common. Some of our vineyard managers are second generation and have been with our company for 30, 40 years, and their fathers before them worked for the company. So it's a great company to work for.
Feeding the dreamer, lost in ourselves, turning it on like we're all somebody else. So busy chasing, we fall for a lie, like youth is for life. Intoxicated by youth. Why do we waste it? Can't rearrange it. Intoxicated by you, by you, intoxicated by you.
And we made the lights out of it. So you'll see that we
made in the barrels.
recycle a lot of it. All this here, all
These
this
are
fence
woods.
here, is from the old posts that we use as well. So it's all about really being sustainable and reusing things, right? A lot of people think that like it's all about reduce, right? Reuse and recycle, right? Recycle is the last thing, right? So you try to reduce it and reuse things. So this is us reusing things.
And now we are going for a vineyard tour. So we're gonna see the plantation. Okay, let's go.
I'll lead the way this way, Ryan.
They are planting actually Chardonnay, Pinot Noir. They also have Merlot, Sauvignon Blanc. Yeah, and Syrah as well. Look at that.
All these different ways that you can grow grapes, right? So you can have a cordon like this that's split at the bottom and goes this way, and one that goes up top. So we don't grow anything like this. This is for, usually you'll see it for, your bigger jug wine and things like that when you produce a lot of grapes. But this is an example, right? Here's another one. So these are all different ways that you can grow grapes to produce wine. And they all do different things. Some of them produce more, some of them give you more sunlight, right? This is an older method where it's a little higher. None of the stuff that we grow is on a system like this, right? Just like we saw at the other vineyard.
Look at that. They are all vines. Yes. Cool. We are in United States, guys.
So this is our wind turbine. We're going to be installed about 100% of our winery. All of our
One turbine.
all of our electricity needs. So we're net neutral. So we talk about sustainability and Ryder's state. That's totally what we do. Not only that, that produces enough energy for an additional 125 homes. So it powers this whole winery and then an additional 125 homes.
Those 125 homes, are they the workers and people who form
It
part of
actually
the
goes back into the system, right? I mean, wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah.
So it took us, so this is what's funny, right? Great thing, right? Net neutral, really good for the environment. It took us to get the permits to put it up because they were afraid that we were going to kill the condor bird. So we had to do a study that showed that we wouldn't kill the condor. So the condor, California condor, has a wingspan that's like 8 feet long, right? It's huge. It's an endangered species. So someone had to sit out here for over a year and research it, right? So what they found out is it goes from this mountain range to this, and the closest it comes to the ground is like 15,000 feet, which is almost like it's more likely a plane will hit it than, than the wind turbine. So we got installed.
We are going to the place where they make the wine. And we will see how they make it, how they process the wine, how they ferment the wine. Yeah, until they bottle it, to ferment, and also how to bottle the wine. The crusher, where they put the grapes and crush the grapes, extract the skin and juices in it,
Then we can use it. But then not only that, then our tractor.
and it goes there to the tank.
Your reds will go down on this belt and go into the winery. Your whites go into this belt. So Chardonnay, Sauvignon Blanc, and they go into press. The reason being is your white wines, you don't need the skins to ferment it. The reds you do, because when we ferment our reds, we need that color extraction, right? So whites will go straight up to press, reds will go into the winery. So we can walk inside and go see. So these big, you guys have been to some wineries, some of you have, some of you haven't. But below us, these are all presses. And what's inside them is like a balloon. So you drop the grapes inside it, the balloon expands and pushes the skin, the grapes to the outside against like a mesh material, so the juice squeezes out but the skin stay inside, right? So we do that, we rotate it, we do it a couple times a day, and we set it up with these systems here. So on the belt here, your grapes can drop and they can move left to right or right to left, and then they'll fall into these different presses. So that's kind of how the whites work, and we'll go inside and see some of the reds, okay?
Wow, this is amazing. So this is where the grapes are going straight, and they are in stainless steel tanks, and hopefully we will see the barrels where they finally fermented the wines. Look at this. Amazing. That's a huge one. Very big.
So as you can see, we like stainless steel. There's a lot of it here.
Yes, but do you do barrel it as
Yeah,
well?
you'll see that next.
All right.
You
then, that's
ferment from the skin before you put it on the wood.
Yes, you got it. We ferment in these, not everything, but the majority of what we do for like Ryder Estate, we're fermenting in these tanks, not in the barrels.
But do you have like stainless steel and then barrel blended together?
We can have stainless steel. So like Ryder Estate,
Yes.
like 40 to 50% of it stainless steel,
Okay.
and the rest is
Barrel.
Barrel.
New American barrel.
It's a mix, so like 30% New American, 20% second year.
Okay.
It depends.
All right. thanks.
Yes. Reasons. One is we grow over 40 different varietals. You can tell we're farmers, right? The majority of what we grow is Pinot Noir, Chardonnay, Cabernet, but we grow things like Gruner Veltliner. We grow things like Sangiovese. We grow things like Tannat, Petit Syrah, Petit Verdot. A lot of unique varietals. We grow Petit Mansane, which comes from southern France, which is mostly a late harvest wine. A lot of the reasons we do that is because of what I was talking about earlier, innovation. We constantly want to be trying new things and see what works. I can tell you that a lot of our Chardonnays have a little percentage of Grenache Blanc because it gives a lot of floral to it. A lot of our Cabernets will maybe have a little bit of Petit Syrah, Petit Verdot because it gives backbone and structure. So where we're sitting now, as you can see these tanks over here, one of the reasons for us that something like a Ryder Estate or our Pinots do so well is those are all open top fermenters, and you can actually see one in that right corner, and actually in the left corner they don't have the tops on. So Pinot Noir is notorious for extracting color, right? It's really hard to get color out of the skins. And so what a lot of people do is they'll maybe add other varietals like Syrah to it to get color extraction. Or they'll do other things, add concentrate. What is the best thing to do is actually punch down the cap. So you can imagine, you put your grapes inside and all the skins float to the top, right? And you'll see that little wineries, they push it down, they punch that cap down, right? So again, I talked to you about luxury winemaking, but on a larger scale. Do you see this arm that comes down and it has a little kind of cone at the bottom? So what we do is we push that up and down, we take off the tops, and we automate, we push down that cap. We do it a couple times a day for 2 to 3 weeks, and we get this beautiful color extraction. If you pump over Pinot Noir, where you're taking the water from the bottom and pumping it over, so all these little dimples, these tanks are super thin. So if you had a baseball bat, and when it was empty, you went up and you just hit it like that, it would dent it. They're like this thin. And the reason being is all of these tanks inside those dimples is what's called glycol. It doesn't touch the wine, but we're able to heat it up or cool it. And the reason that's important is because you can imagine you've harvested, it was really cold like I told you about, those grapes come in, they're super cold. In order to ferment, which you're asking earlier, it needs to be at a higher temperature. So what we're able to actually do is heat it up gradually to get to that fermentation stage. It really helps the yeast get active and they start to work really hard. And then when we're done, we're actually able to do the opposite. We can chill it down. So when you walk through the winery, you may see some tanks with ice on the outside, and that's because we've chilled it down, or we're actually using that to filter and clean the wine, because all the particles will drop to the bottom. As I mentioned, we make wine for about 80 different wineries any given year. So all of those wineries can sign into our system here. We have an internal system where they can pull up their phones, or our winemakers can, and you can see every single tank in here, what's inside it, what's happening. And the reason being is we might have a winemaker in Washington State or Oregon or up in Napa or Sonoma, and they don't want to drive here, so they're able to sign into the system and see what's happening.
Or Sauvignon Blanc?
of wine, 12 bottles or 6 bottles. And all they talk about here is gallons. Oh my gosh, went from 9-liter cases now to gallons.
Look at that. A lot of tanks.
26,000 gallons. Right? A case of wine.
It's really huge. Can
Take
you
about
imagine?
2.4 gallons to a case of wine.
Amazing.
Right? You can just say 2.5.
It smells like grapes.
26,000 gallons.
Of course it smells like grapes. 5,000 cases per tank. Can you imagine this huge tank right here? In one case, there are 12 bottles of wine.
Not be in the market until next year, 2020, the end of 2021. So we always have 3 vintages of wine here, right? So right now we just finished 17. We're bottling 18s now, but 19s. So if you think about it, we spend a year growing the grapes, then we harvest it, and then it's usually about 2 years that we make the wine, bottle the wine, store the wine. So it's usually on average about 3 years from when the grapes produce to where we actually send it out and ship it to the market. So it's a very long process. There's a lot of holding. So that's why you see so many tanks, because it might not be ready, it might be getting ready, it might be shipping to someone. So, and we try to keep things as separate as long as we can. And what I mean by separate is, I told you we grow like 16 clones of Pinot. So we might have a couple clones in this barrel and another barrel. We don't want to mix them. And the reason being is because when we sit down and we taste Rider Pinot Noir, we may smell it and go, oh man, it needs more rose petal, or it needs more body or weight to it. Then we can go, oh, I'm going to go get clone 667 or clone 115. And you pour a little bit in it and you taste it, that's what we needed. So, but if we mix them all together, that's what you have. The longer we keep it separate, the more it gives us to deliver consistency. Because that's really one of our unique things is we like to say that we're the source. And what we mean by that is a lot of wineries, or a lot of big wineries throughout the world, they go and they buy grapes from other people. We're only using 30% of what we grow, right? So we could double in size and still be using 60% of our acreage. I always tell our winemaker, he's like, he's got the best job, you know, he gets to make 12 cookies and he sells 4 out the front door and he sells the other 8 out the back door, right? So it really allows us for something like Rider to year after year deliver a really high quality product to you and to our consumers. So I think that's what's unique. We've all had that experience where we taste one, oh, it's beautiful. And then you taste the next vintage and you go, what happened? This isn't the same wine, right? And that's really one of the things that we're able to deliver year after year. So, tell our master, you remember how many years? Continuous improvement, you have to be willing to talk to other people. When this winery was built, it was explosive. And now that is the number one way to contaminate wine, right? They go hose with it. So what we decided to do is from any tank to any other tank, we can move it through an enclosed piping system. And not only that, we can drive cameras through those to make sure they're clean and they always stay clean. And you can imagine cleaning stainless steel with hot water is really easy. Cleaning a pipe that's a flexible pipe takes a lot of cleaning, right? It's a lot harder. So this was a really innovative thing we did. We decided to do it, and then about $2 million later, we just gave the steel piping. We didn't know if it was that good of an idea, but when you look at this winery, phase 1 was a $45 million winery. So this was phase 2 and phase 3. So there's a lot of investment in this winery.
So now we are heading where they borrow the wines. After fermenting in a stainless steel tank, they will transfer it to an oak barrel, 100% American oak barrel. I'm not sure if it's new, but I think it's new. Yeah. So right here, I will show you right now. Look at this.
So we're so efficient here with our water usage. It only takes us 2.5 gallons for 1 gallon of wine. None of that, the water that we don't use, we collect it and we create. Right, don't worry, it's locked. You can see how big these tanks are.
Let's have a look inside the tank. Huh? How does it feel?
So these are 32,000 gallon tanks. So this is roughly 15,000 cases, right? They're all off the ground for a couple reasons. Earthquakes, that's one. And two is, you can imagine, if these were on the ground, it keeps it really clean, right? We just finished our Like literally, we just finished it. Look how clean this wine is.
Inside the
And
tap.
it's clean. The only thing you can use is water. You can't use chlorine.
View from inside.
This is the moment, my final test.
That was a nice way to sing it.
Being clean is super important for this high quality wine. So what we do here is the wine is put inside with, so red wine, let's say a Cabernet. Cabernet gets put inside here, right? It gets put inside there with the skins. We go through the fermentation process. So fermentation, right, where the yeast is eating the sugar in the wine, it's taking that sugar and it's producing alcohol, right? So once it gets to the alcohol level we want and the sugar level we want, we cool it down and kill the yeast. We filter that out, and then you need to take the wine out. So we pump the wine out like I talked about earlier, and all that's left inside is a little bit of wine and grape skins. So normally at a winery, what you have to do, if you've ever worked at a winery, and I've done it, you have to go inside with a shovel, you have to wear a mask because it's really dangerous, and you scoop out all the skins into a bin like this size. The forklift comes and takes it away and dumps it. This happens time and time again. To empty a tank like this, it would take you all day, probably 3 people. So what we've done is, you see that ladder over there? That comes, it shoots underneath here. This door opens, and the grape skins fall into that ladder. Remember the presses we were standing on outside?
Yeah.
That press rolls down here, flips upside down, and the skins fall inside it, right? It's completely emptied now. It comes back out, we flip it upside down, and it lands on an auger, and then we take it to our trucks and go take it to our compost pile. So again, it's using, it's a much safer way of doing it, right? And it actually produces a higher quality product, because normally what people have to do to get that stuff out, they have to blast it out or do things which can release really hard tannins. So it's again, using gravity to pull that out, a very gentle process. So yeah, very unique. Any questions?
No.
Someone asked, like, what are the barrels we use? You'll see them throughout the winery, and then we're going to go to another barrel room. We use American, we use French, we use Hungarian oak. Majority is medium toast, but some is light, some is heavy. We have different sizes. So it's really hard for me to answer one way, because we're making so many different styles of brands for so many different people. But I got to tell you, we have over 80 different winemakers working with us every year.
But do you buy the barrel toasted already, or you toast it?
We buy them toasted, yeah. But we have that many winemakers coming to our winery working with us every year. You got to imagine, we've learned a lot from them. What to do, and maybe on the opposite, what not to do. So we're able to apply that to our own brands and the things we produce. So, all right, we're going to make our way this way to go taste the wine. Most important part.
Yes, here we go. We are going to taste the wine. We are going to taste the wine, guys. This is the most important part. But I wanted to see how they bottled it. I want to know how they bottled the wine. Yeah, we should see that, right? Maybe we can ask him. I'm just being picky. Mr. John, what can you say about the tour today?
It is fascinating.
Yeah, he's very informative, right? Very informative. Oh, look at that. We should see that.
Look what he looks like now. Right? So if you look at harvest here,
Say hi.
all the pipes and stuff like that. So I don't know how it works, but if you know this pipe goes to this one, it means it's going from that tank to this tank over there. So if you know what it means, you can take it from any tank to any other tank with this manifold system. So normally at a winery, you'll see hoses everywhere, crossing everywhere, right? And we actually call them snake pits, because what starts to happen is you have one going that way, and then you have one coming this way, and then one going that way, and then you can't pull this one out, so you just leave it, and you keep building, and they get really high, right?
Yeah,
Well,
just
with
like
this,
this one.
it's very contained, very sanitary, so you don't have any issues with that. So it's a great system, really forward thinking. So look very, very different. Yeah.
Oh, look at this.
Perfect.
Look at the color of the grapes. They're just cleaning it.
How about, did you guys see it being bottled?
No. That's what I want to know.
Do you guys want to see bottled?
Yes.
Okay, we'll walk that way. We'll do a little
My
side
wish
track.
is my command.
I'm gonna take another bottle one. We'll give him some more time. Okay, cool.
No, because I wanted to see it. I was telling in the vlog earlier. about the bottling. Yes, you see, it's granted. Are you sleepy?
I have to shave.
Smell banana.
Smells banana.
And just so you guys know, this team here has been selling higher things for probably the last 2 years. Chardonnay and Pinot Noir. We've gone through about, I don't know, 4,000, 5,000, probably plus cases, maybe a little bit more. On their, how many cruise ships?
They have 6.
Regent as well.
Regent, yeah.
Probably pushing 7 cases a day. So, yeah. So I told them they need to sell a lot more though, right? Yeah.
Yeah, actually we sell a lot of their wines. Really. We work hard for that. So this is a very good tour for us.
Yeah, we use the boat. Yeah, exactly. So that one you do have to use the boat.
So now we're gonna see where they bottle their wines, and just like what I was asking earlier. So this is gonna be.
But yes, my friend, there will be phone for you.
Amazing facility, ah.
Yeah, it is. What can you say about this tour?
Impressive.
Impressive, yes. I can't wait to eat and drink. How about you, Buster?
The last one actually we have to taste and we have to think. You know, it's very fabulous. This. Wow.
Yeah?
What you want?
What you, Keith? What do you think about this trip? Beautiful. And you, Kalbo, Botak?
Winery in Philippines.
I will make one, but made in vinegar. I mean, I will make a vinegar instead. No wine. It's very hot there.
So in order to take the tour, you guys are gonna have to put on a vest and also some earplugs and eyewear. But we don't have as many for that big of a group, so we're gonna split you guys into 2 groups.
Okay.
So if you're out here, you can smoke. There's cigarette things where you put out cigarettes. So why don't we just split in half? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So how many?
Oh, yeah, whoever wants to smoke, maybe stay, and whoever.
How many cigarettes we gonna light up?
I love groups.
Non-smoker goes first.
Smokers stay here.
Smokers die early. Katya, I haven't asked you yet. How do you think about this trip?
She wants
About
to
this
sleep.
trip, how do you think about this
I
trip?
don't think I have no brain. How I can think?
I cannot. I'm speechless. I'm speechless. I'm really speechless. Oh, how about you? What can you say about it?
Beautiful.
Beautiful, huh?
Beautiful.
But he's waiting for real tasting.
Yeah.
Yes, we are really waiting for the tasting. Guys,
We'll get there. We'll get there.
just a tip, smoking is dangerous to your health.
Why
Alright?
you didn't go with the first
Smoking is dangerous to your health.
How come?
But drink wine as well, so it will compensate the toxic intoxications. So just to rectify what I said, this is the Sheid Vineyards, and the Rider Estate is the brand actually, but they also bottle with the label of Sheid. Beautiful. See you later. So now we are fully covered. We got a best right here. We are going inside where they bottle their wines. So we're gonna see it. It's kind of cool. Love it. Sorry for my accent, guys. We are in America. Thank you, sir. Earplugs. Earplugs.
Things. These vests are to inform them that you're a person and be aware.
Yes, sir.
So I'll lead the way. And mark what bottle.
Okay.
We good?
Work in the shape, bud. Look at that. Amazing. Of course, you are involved. You are my paisano from Ukraine. So what is the deal with this? Why they have different books? They stack the bottle there, and then it goes here, up, and then upside down, and then it goes here, and then they fill it up with wine juice. There you go. It's not just a juice, guys, it's alcohol. And then pass through here, and they put their cork. It's here. Here is where they labeled it. You can see that that one doesn't have any label, but with a cork, and then it goes there and they label it. They coil it.
Sounds like good music.
Yeah, it's amazing music. It's like rapping. Cool. Very beautiful. And this is the final production. Look at that. Final production. And then, of course, after that, after all the process that they have done,
Something was wrong with it. Your customer complained. I'm going to tell you what's the lot number. And you can make research.
they're going to box it. Right here. Here's the box. Is it okay, sir? It's okay. I will take it. Thank you. Beautiful. So this is it. Now you know how they make it, how they process it, how they bottle the wine, and ready to export around the world. There's the pallet where they place their wines, boxes, and ready for delivery.
Let's go taste some wine now.
Woo! Are you excited? Yes! Yes, I'm excited. Sir, what can you say about it?
Nothing so far. Let's try the wine.
Let's go. Let's taste the wine. Look at the vines, man. It's nice. What can you say about this wine tour?
Esta es la puta madre.
What?
Esta es la puta madre.
Puta madre.
Está bien
Oh,
chévere.
repaso. Guys, repaso. Look at this. Skins. Grape skins. Look at the big tank.
We've got a nice place, but our winemakers live in a 4-wide trailer.
Hey.
How's it going, you guys?
Excellent, sir.
This is Shane, one of our winemakers. He's actually the winemaker for one of the brands you just saw there.
Whoa!
And Marta is
Yeah,
our
happy to
winemaker
see you.
for Sheid, which you guys had the sparkling wine earlier as well. And then we have Jonathan here as well. So Jonathan does a lot of things, but he makes sure that none of our yeast is growing throughout our wine and that everything is in tip-top shape. And then, I don't know if any of you saw Vincent, he came in there earlier. Vincent's our winemaker for Ryder as well. So we have a big team here. And the last person is Dave Nagast, who's our Vice President of Winemaking, who's probably somewhere around here.
He is off in case you're gone.
Okay.
How about these guys? Where do you guys come from?
Oceana Cruises. All over the world. But our home is
Philippines,
Oceana.
we have Ukraine, we'll have
Russian,
Serbia,
South Africa,
Filipino.
Wow.
South Africa,
Bulgarian.
So they're here right now on a ship that's in
Mongolia.
Monterey Bay.
Let's party.
Welcome to California.
Welcome to California.
All right, there we go. There we go. Thanks.
So not only our reserve wine room where our barrels is, but where the winemaking team does a lot of experimental stuff that they're trying and new things. And so I'll let Marta lead what we're going to be tasting today.
So John asked for 3 different barrels. So we have a 2019 Chardonnay. It's from San Lucie Highlands. It's not finished. It's not a finished wine by any means. It's not finished through malolactic. It's still in the rough early stages. We have a 2018 Pinot Noir, a clone 777. It's one of the Dijon clones. That's in 100% French oak barrels, and then we have a Merlot from 2018 from our San Lucas vineyard. So I would probably suggest you start with the Chardonnay and kind of progress around.
Sounds good.
That way.
Great. Awesome.
Grab a glass.
So you guys really, to get a lay of the land here, pretty much this valley is row crops and it does a lot of lettuce. We feed California, this area feeds the world really of lettuce, is that true?
Yeah, we were talking about that on the way down. Right?
So we try to save the hillsides for grape growing. I mean, you'll see grapes growing everywhere around here, but mostly we try to save the row crops down here on the flatland, and then we grow our grapes up here. And so this is grown in an area called the Santa Lucia Highlands, and it's this mountain range right over here. If you were to go over that mountain range, you'd see the ocean, and that is called Big Sur. It stretches from where I live down in Paso Robles all the way to Marta lives in Monterey itself proper. And so that's that Santa Lucia Highlands, this is where this is grown, and it's not finished ML yet, meaning it hasn't gone through malolactic.
It's literally cloudy.
It's done. It's 2019 Chardonnay fermented in this barrel, so when you drink it, you know, it's not filtered. It's cloudy.
When you think
I like unfiltered. I like unfiltered.
You like unfiltered?
Yeah,
Really?
especially
This
for the
is
red.
Way unfiltered.
Yeah,
So.
way unfiltered.
So this was just harvested at the end of September. So like we said, this probably, after being in barrel, it probably wouldn't be bottled for almost another year and wouldn't be in the market for another 6 months to a year after that. So this is really
You
early.
could start here, but you don't have to. It'd probably be better if you just started splitting up.
Sheid Vineyards.
But we wanted to show you something that is really early on. This is what the winemakers do. They taste this, they see how it is. And for me, tasting wines this early is always hard because they're like cloudy, but this is really early on. And so we wanted to show that to you. And you can taste 2 other wines that have a little bit more age to them.
Beautiful. Oh, look at that.
I don't want to smell it.
Ooh.
I didn't have any towel either.
Looks like the vinegar. Looks like a vinegar.
I'm no bartender. I'm a good drinker though.
Wow, thank you.
You're welcome.
Wow. It's not completed, but it's really good. It smells like grapefruit. You're waiting for your...
Hey Marta, do you want to explain and speak about this? What the taste or anything?
Oh.
You want to say anything about what the style you make this?
This is cloudy as well because it's stirred on the leaves.
Yes.
You leave it on the leaves after it's fermented and stir it. Some of these barrels might still have a little bit of residual sugar because they all fermented at different
That's
rates.
sweet.
Again, they're just finished. They're just really finishing up.
I'm sorry, I'm going to get you.
So what he's using is what's called a thief, and it's used for stealing wine out of the barrels.
Actually, we use it in our big ship for one of our dessert wine.
Damjan.
Damjan, yeah.
It's
It's nice way to present the, you know, when you pour the wine.
coming from the job.
And
Anybody else?
he broke one.
So again, you can imagine as you're tasting this wine, something like this, seeing how it's moving forward, where it's going, and then ultimately this will be filtered
really good,
and
yeah.
cleaned up, right? Or it'll go through more malolactic, where those harsh kind of tannins turn into very creamy, kind of buttery characteristics.
And now we are tasting the red. Amazing. Bratan, how is it?
Bratan, it's fantastic.
Fantastic, huh?
I'm telling you.
I hope this is my previous glass. Oh, look at that. Thank you so much. Let's have a taste. Pinot Noir. The first one we tried is Chardonnay, but it's not finished. It's unfiltered or not finished. Look at the barrels right here. Amazing. Cheers, bro. Hasta luego.
Vodka from Ternopil.
And now we are going to taste the Merlot. The first wine is Chardonnay. The second one is a Pinot Noir. And now we're going to have chance to taste the Merlot. I'm gonna use the same glass. It's my glass. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Okay, yeah. Let's do this. Merlot. Oh, this one is more powerful. Very powerful. Yeah.
Hard to be vlogger.
Ah, they're laughing at me. Oh God. It's very smooth, very mellow. Yeah, but just like I said, this is not finished. A lot of red berries in it. There's some dark berries I can see. Plums, yes. Cranberry.
Some blueberries.
Blueberries, yes,
Berries.
yes.
Actually,
Yes.
lettuce. I feel the lettuce.
I can feel carrots
Carrot.
And cabbage.
and cabbages.
And how's about cinnamon?
Cinnamon. Bratan. Sambal. Beautiful.
And on the way, there's menus, just so you can look at it. So when we get there, we can order and not spend 20 minutes looking at the menu.
Night off. Night off. So we can have some wine and food after this. Amazing. We're gonna have lunch now. So they're gonna grab a bottle and drink it. Katya, here.
What is this?
Huh?
We're going back.
Thank you, sir. We're going to have lunch. Thank you so much, man.
I know today I eat.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Sorry. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Best guy. This is gonna be a time lapse. Time lapse. Oh, little teeth. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, this is ashtray.
And of course, Bumblebee.
Oh! Can we have a free ride too? Free ride, free ride. Bumblebee! Are you alive?
You see, BPI statement of account sending me.
Yeah? Thank you so much. So we are back where we started and we are going to have lunch now. I can't wait. I'm so starving, really. Oh, amazing. I hope you guys are still enjoying it. This is probably one of the best part that we're going to do today. going to eat and drink. Yes,
Time
it is a time.
to eat and drink. It's part of the period.
Yeah, exactly. And you guys, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. I'm waiting for you guys. I'll show you around the world.
Where you come from, sir?
I am from the Philippines. And you are from?
Indonesia.
Indonesia.
California.
And these guys are from Serbia and Ukraine.
It is?
Yeah.
No.
Serbian and Ukraine.
When it is used, I am from India.
India. I actually from the Philippines, but I currently live now in Ukraine, where he lives. Yeah. And this one is from Serbia. Guys, a kindly reminder again for those who's watching this video, smoking is dangerous to your health. So don't start it. And if you are, quit it. So now we are going for lunch. How many times I said that? It really means I am hungry. There you go. Let's go, lunch. Pogi, oh. I want a pee-pee. Let's go here first. Let's see what they have here. Ooh, very nice. Small house with a toilet. Alright, I'm not gonna show this. So we are in a van right now, and before we go to lunch, we are going to have some wine first. I'm having the rosé now. This is a Pinot Noir, 100% Pinot Noir for the rosé. Bratan.
Bratan, our trip is almost over, Bratan.
Say it in Ukrainian.
Что именно?
Nice. We got right here.
Подорож майже скінчилась.
What? Sure?
You want me to say it in Ukraine?
Да, I don't understand. Так.
Подорож.
Подорож
means trip. Майже, almost, скінчилась. Over. Подорож майже скінчилась.
Beautiful.
А зараз підемо пожеремо щось.
This one is Russian.
No, this is in Ukrainian, but I can understand.
Guys, are you enjoying?
Of course.
Of course.
Don't forget to send me the movie.
Of so.
Pictures
Oh,
of
what?
my personal photographer.
Of course, of course.
Until I win on the raffle the telephone.
I don't understand what they're saying. Ah, the cat is here. Cat the kid. Cat the kid.
No.
Yeah. I know, we got rosé though. We got rosé.
Selfie, come.
Selfie.
Selfie.
Selfie while I'm vlogging.
With the top seller.
So there's some glasses. There's
That's
some
really
glasses.
nice.
There's Chardonnay, rosé, and a Cabernet.
I don't feel the alcohol at all. Because you know, rosés, they don't really have a high alcohol content. And yeah, no worries. And this one, oh, this one have 13.5% alcohol volume. Dad, you want this?
Ano, rosé.
I'm gonna be
Rosé, I'm taking rosé.
serving my colleagues. Look at that.
Okay.
Yeah, cheers.
Really?
Jilly.
Some more rosé here.
I'm good, thank you.
Are you sure?
So we are not going to have lunch
So we're
there
going
where
for lunch,
the winery is, but
Wilmar
we are
is
going to
not
this one.
decided yet what he
This
wants
is where
to
we're
do.
going. What? I haven't
I
decided.
said yes at this moment.
Yeah. So this is our menu with the price, but we're not paying for it. The company does.
Of course, Wilmar wants to have this expensive one.
I'm really starving. So we are traveling right now, guys. We're traveling right now, going to the restaurant. Just like I said, this upside down. This is the restaurant where we're going. Yeah.
Guys,
See you at lunch. Yay, we are here. Taqueria Comidas Sabrosas.
karaoke.
Everyone is here.
Buy another. Let's go discount.
Ready? Are you ready?
Another-
Beautiful,
To buy
beautiful.
some shampoo.
Shampoo? For your head?
Shampoo, yeah.
Like a like
For
monkey,
his
yeah?
back, not for his
For my back
head.
and the rest of
I cannot involve you.
Can you put it back here?
Let's come inside the restaurant.
Let's do this. So this is where we're going to have lunch. After our appetizer. I wish my wife and my kids here.
I'm serious.
Really, I need that.
Oh my god, it's so
So this is the restaurant. Thank you. Are you the doorman here?
Yes, sir, please.
May I come in?
Absolutely.
Thank you. I have a. Look at this. This is the restaurant. Spanish.
There's a problema with
Sir, where are you gonna sit? Where are you gonna sit?
I need on this side, yeah.
All right, this one. I'll be in front of you.
All these small little people.
Yes, yes, yes. Smaller people will sit here.
yeah, smaller here.
This is Ryan, our restaurant manager. Very nice.
I know you from
All right, let's order the food. I'll see you in a bit. The bosses are here. Bosses are here. Manager of Rider. There you go. Chief. Chief. Yes, that's John. What's up? Rock and roll. We're gonna have a wine now with this Cabernet Sauvignon from Shed Vineyards, 100%. And this one is a blend of Cabernet Sauvignon and Syrah, 2016 vintage. This one is a Gruner Veltliner. Wow, 2018 vintage. This must be good. Can't wait.
Okay, yeah. So all sommeliers will cancel.
This is the Gruner Veltliner.
Yeah. Is that the one you wanted to try?
Yes, this is the one. Thank you.
Nothing about wine. You know, there's just points and no one could explain anything about wine or anything like that.
This is a really great experience to us. And we are really thankful to Rider States and Shed Vineyards for doing this for us. And Oceana Cruise Line, of course.
Our life.
Yes. There you go. Where's my wine?
Move your hand.
You took my wine? When this one?
What are some of the other things that you guys offer?
That is maybe about food, service, and destination. This is where you go for the cruise. That the top suite. On our sister company region, salad. One of the ones for the cruise.
So we're gonna have lunch now.
The bed. $200,000 to make. Medium, stuffing, everything like that. You should pay $5 million just in offer.
Get it.
So it's one of these really nice places to stay.
Look at that, it's so beautiful. Caesar solid steak coming right up.
How many courses you order? I didn't order this. Hey, darling, lasagna. Somebody needs lasagna.
Does that mean you have things headed?
Alright, so we are done. As you can see, I don't have my plate anymore, but these guys still working on it. Yep. And almost there. Yeah. There you go. Guys, how's the food? Johan, how's the food? Beautiful?
I ate like a pig.
Sir Ryan, thank you for paying this for the food. Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. But please, after this, don't call me Pumba.
Cheers, cheers.
Salud. Vive it.
Salud, salud. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Thank you. Luca, we hope you're here. You're gonna watch this.
She's gonna be so upset.
Oh, no, don't be upset. We ate for you, we drank for you. That's all that matters.
That's all what can we do?
So we are heading back now to the ship, and amazing. Here comes my seat. Amazing. So full. I hope my wife is here. And my son. Someday, baby, someday.
The one that I admired. Now there's no desire. You got me out into another side of you. I thought if it were true, then you'd be falling too. Is it you at all? Or is it me that needs to walk in a love that's never stopping? I won't watch me staying up to give you love that was never enough. I won't stop to wake you up to give you love that was always enough.
So we are back, and yeah, we had so much fun. Kind of sleepy, and now we're going back to sleep, and we're going to work. We got some souvenirs, wines. John,
Andre.
enjoy. See you next time, guys. Thank you for watching.
Give you love. Give you love. Give you love. You make me incomplete. Now all I want is me. Don't tell me how to love if you can't give it up. So tell me how to touch a heart that's already won. If you could see it too, you'd know the pain too true. Is it you at all? Or is it me that needs to walk in a love that's never stopping? I won't watch me staying up to give you love that was never enough. I won't stop to wait.